Okay, so the goal here, I'm going to have 36 stacks of 50 script. The goal here is to manage time and the process so that we don't have any failures and we end up with as close to 36 favor as possible while still doing this pretty quickly and maintaining our efficiency and limiting the amount of time that we spend doing this not fun process. So I'll try to explain it as I'm going through it, but I think through trial and error, I figured out how to do this properly. So step one, you want to go ahead and pull up favor. Wait till the transfer is complete before leaving the freight manager. All right. Then we're going to hit F1. And the first thing that I noticed here is that there are timers sometimes, and the timer has just about the amount of time that we were able to successfully convert script. So 17 minutes, 40 seconds, I'm going to accept. Making sure that it's tracked, it's still tracking. All right, go in here. I'm going to go in after it says 050 mg script. I'm going to set it down. And I know you can't hear the sound, but we hear the sound of the elevator. I'm waiting for a little beep. Hear the little beep. And after the little beep, there's another second little trill. Then, after that second trill, I add the script to the elevator, send it up. Again, I'm going to wait for the transfer to complete. And as it completes, then we should see the timer for retrieval counting down. Okay, so there's the retrieve timer. While that's going, I'm going to go back into F1, contracts, offers, other items, scroll down, trade, Merc Scrip For Favor, 16 minutes left. Okay, come in here. The retrieve timer is stopped. We have contract accepted. There's my 0 of 50. Go back in here. It's already ready to go. 50 of 50, confirm. Again, we hear the elevator. Listening for the trill. There's the first trill. Still waiting. There's the second trill. Now I add my script back to the elevator, send it up. There is something that happens with the script sometimes being sent up, not showing on this left side as delivered. When that happens, we have a strategy for that as well that seems to work. But I'm not going to show you unless I need to. Okay, so the script shows up. Cancel this. The retrieve is still going. While that's going, we're going to go to contract, offers, other items, trade Merc, 15 minutes left, accept offer. Cancel that. Okay, there's contract accepted. 0 of 50. Send it down, 50 of 50, confirm. Again, waiting for the trill. There it is. Waiting for the second trill. There it is. Move to elevator. Send it up. Okay, it worked. There's the retrieve timer. Can ignore it. Contracts, offers. I'm not in any hurry, but 14 minutes left. Accept offer. Okay, contract accepted. 0 of 50. What this process seems to do is keep things in order. So there's the first trill. There's the second trill. And as long as the timing is consistent, it seems to work just fine. When you get going too quick, it seems like things get out of order. and they don't process correctly. All right. I'm going to see if I can do this so quickly that you can still see that the timer will be going. 13 minutes left. Oh, see, just barely got there in time to see that that would still be going. 0:50. Trill. Second trill. Move to elevator. Send it up. All right, see that it's still going? All right. Took a little bit longer that time. Got it ready to go. 50 to 50. Confirm. And I'm going to fast forward at this point because you've been watching the same process for 6 minutes, but first trill, second trill, and now fast forwarding. Okay, it looks like we've had our first error. So we're not at 100% anymore. We're going to have to abandon this. But first I'm going to try something. I don't know if I got going too fast there or not. Everything seemed to be in order. All right, let's see how many we have left. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yes, so we have lost one because we started with 36. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not sure what happened there, but we're going to keep going as long as the timer says we've got time left. Because I was thinking this was part of the major issue here. Offers, other items. Seven minutes left. All right, not sure what happened. Maybe I did something out of order. I'll have to go back and look at the video. So let's see what kind of percentage we can get as long as we stick to the process. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, let's keep going. 50-50, confirm. Okay, I'm not going to touch these until I hear the second trill. All right. Okay. Six minutes left on the timer. Just slowing down a little bit. First trill. Second trill. First drill. Three minutes left. Two minutes left, so this might be our last one. Okay, I touched it. I touched it before the second trill. See if that has any impact. I don't think it will. I think it's just a timing issue. One minute left. This might be our last one. Okay, first trill. Second trill. Okay. So now we're going to Alt F4 because we don't have any time left, or not much time left, if we were to accept a contract. So offers with the other 0 minutes, 30 seconds. So we're not going to try to chance it. We're going to Alt F4 here. And my hope here is that this is giving us a little bit of a fresh server or a fresh instance, but more importantly, it's going to give us a new clock on that mission. Our guess here is that when the clock runs out on that mission, it's more likely to fail. All right, so we're back. We're going to start again by going ahead and pulling script up. When you Alt F4 and start getting the game loading again, maybe take a break, stretch, stand up, walk around. This game is feels pretty deadly in terms of time slipping away and not moving, being sedentary. All right, so we got the stuff up. Nothing unaccepted, so offers, Wikelo other items. See, now we got a new timer, 17 minutes again. Accept offer. We're gonna wait for these messages. Okay. Now this would be the time normally if we were to stay in the server that we would start getting failures. But nope, we got the trill. Second trill. I'm sorry about the low production value. I'm not a professional streamer, and I don't have any screen recording software that allows me to capture the screen going in and out of the game like that, and capture the sound as well. Plus, I'm just doing this to help, not looking for advertisers. No trill. Says 0 of 50. All right, so this is one of those instances where we might have had an elevator error. It's not saying that it's complete. This is actually a good thing because we may not have lost. We may not have. Oh, there it went. 50 of 50. Interesting. So it showed 0 of 50. Then it's going to 50 of 50. But it's not completing. Let's try to do something here. I'm going to bring some known commodities up. I might have been a little bit quick on the trigger there. All right, let's go check our progress here. Maybe there's nothing we can do to prevent loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Well, let's see here. I'm just trying to add 36 here. So yes, we have lost 2. Oh, it's painful. Okay. I mean, 50 script, that, if you consider that's 2 red patrols, 50 script, yeah, so 2 red patrols might take half an hour. I don't know. That might be conservative, but all right. I think I was going too fast. I'm going to slow it down. Just be slightly more deliberate and see if we can make it through the entire rest of this without losing anything. "12 minutes left." Oh, nope, that was too fast. Slow down. There we go. Trill. Trill. "11 minutes." Okay, this is where I usually get going too fast. You gotta wait for that script thing to show up. First trill. Second trill. Everything has to be in order. I think the program is moving slower in the background than what we're seeing on the screen. And I think sometimes when you access the freight manager too fast before the program is caught up, I think that's why we get these little losses where we either the mission doesn't complete when it's supposed to, or it completes, but you have to abandon it. I think things are just getting out of order. Wait. Eight minutes. Oh shit. Okay, well, I went in too fast. We'll see if this has an impact. Everything looks normal. No trill. So that's got to be it. That's got to be the problem, is if you go in to the freight manager before you get that 0 of 50, it's getting out of order and the program's not registering it. So I'm betting that when we exit here and we go into the contracts, we got a complete, but we're going to have to abandon it. Things are just out of order. So I think maybe CIG could help with this and fix it so that you can't advance or that you can't move forward until everything is in sync. But that's a shame. So that's another 50, that's another 30 minutes lost. What a shame. Oh, it's frustrating. Oh, that's maddening. And this game can be such a time suck. Okay. I'll make sure I've got a... Okay. 6 minutes left. So maybe the timer, we might have to see if that timer has an effect by refining this so that we make 0 mistakes in terms of going in before the 0 of 50 script shows up. Okay, it's there. So we're going to go in, set it down. Nope, it failed. What is causing the failure? So that time I didn't get out fast enough for the process to show on the screen. Oh, gotta abandon it again. Gosh darn it. So that's 4. So 200 script lost. It's 2 hours of work. Five minutes left. But this isn't fun though. Like, I don't understand. Oh shit! I'm gonna pause here. But this isn't fun. This is part of the game that I really hope that they get figured out. Major quality of life improvement if they can figure out how to end the time suck, because it's not as painful to go through the process of getting all this script if you know that it's not going to be lost like this. It's not fun. It's not fun at all to lose all of that effort. It's not exciting. It's frustrating. All right, we got the trill that time. Second trill. Okay. All right. Three minutes. Contract accepted. 0.50. Trill. Trill. Two minutes, 28 seconds. One trill. Two trill. One minute, 28 seconds left, so we'll probably make this our last one. Contract accepted. 0.50. One trill. Two trill. All right. Let's just see how much time we have left. 30 seconds. Okay, so we're going to Alt F4 this. All right. Again, just this is the video's been almost 40 minutes at this point. 38 minutes. We've had 4 failures in 38 minutes. The process is so tricky that we're having to slow down. I can do this much faster and probably would have all 36 favor already done by this point. Instead, I'm having to do all these restarts. Maybe I don't have to do the restarts. I'm going to have to test that, but it sure seems like I do. But it's just not optimized. It's a time suck. And this is not the fun part of the game. I understand that the reward of getting the ship feels better. It feels more like an accomplishment. And I'm sure that that's what they're trying to do. But it's creating so much frustration that it makes you want to just put the game away. It's not encouraging more engagement. It's discouraging engagement. I've seen people rage quit so many times. All right, so we have favor ready to go. Or excuse me, script ready to go. Contract, offer, other items. Let's, for goodness sakes, let's try to have a perfect run on these last ones. I'm going to try to be very disciplined. All right, contract accepted. Okay, 50 script, slow down. 1, 2. No trill, right off the bat. Was going super slow, had plenty of time on the timer. Oh. So I just don't think it's the user's fault. Maybe it's just completely random failures. I mean, trying to troubleshoot this hasn't resulted in a positive outcome. I'd like to say that, hey, we figured this out, and here's how you beat it. So 1 trill. It certainly does feel like sometimes you can get on a roll. Oh, so it's not tracking automatically. Let's see if we have to push track. Why wouldn't it be tracking automatically? Okay. Have to go back and look at the video. There's 2 trills. And see if it was tracking the last time. I mean, you would think so because we saw the 0 of 50 in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, you know what? I did not look to see if we were tracking. So maybe I'll have to go back and review it, but maybe that's a predictor. We saw the 0 of 50 on the screen. Okay, there's the trill. Maybe I just got lucky. I just don't understand why sometimes it works and other times it doesn't if you have a relatively consistent process. This program should not require absolute perfection in process. Okay. I didn't check to see if it was tracking. getting tired, maybe making mistakes, but golly, if you can't play the game in your free time when you might be tired, when you're not working, improvements need to be made. Okay, got a trill. Second trill. Okay, what just happened? We gotta retrieve. I'm gonna wait. It's not there. I might have just forgotten a part of the process. That's fine. We'll go back and look at the video, but all right. It did say retrieve though. Okay. That's very interesting. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I just forgot to move the script onto the elevator before I sent it up. That's probably what happened. Hopefully this doesn't result in a failure. Okay, so 50 minutes, a little over 50 minutes, and 36 attempts. Let's go see what we got from that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31. So 5 losses. So, 31 over 36, 86%. I mean, that's a B at best. I mean, it's a high B, but we're not even in the A territory here. We're not even over 90%. So 5 of those attempts were missed. If you consider that every 50, every one of these represents 30 minutes of time. So, we're talking about 150 minutes of time lost, wasted, essentially. So 2.5 hours. That's just unacceptable. So I really do hope that SIG understands that the enjoyment of the game depends greatly upon their ability to provide a consistent and reliable platform. And it is not fun to do this kind of manual labor. I do not enjoy processing script into favor. The process is tedious and time-consuming, and they require a ton of it to get these Wikelo ships. One will naturally wonder if the reason that this is so time-consuming and tedious is to prevent people from getting ships in-game, to force people to the marketplace where they have to spend real dollars. And I understand that this game is intended to make money. I do not begrudge them for that. But if the product is not playable and enjoyable, in the long term, they're not going to be able to make that money. So if you're going to have ships available in game, don't make it an absolute nightmare to get them. And at least give us a process that we can, if you are going to have some time-consuming processes, at least make them reliable so that people aren't rage quitting and then talking mad game in various Reddit posts and throwing fits all over the place, giving your game a bad name. So sorry the video took an hour, but all I was trying to do was process 36 Wikelo favor. So help me make the video shorter next time by helping me understand how to do this properly.